my goodness. Najee. Kenny Pickett also. And he banks out. No, oh my, what's going on? Let's go, TD! What the hell was that? Let's go! Feed it! Yes! Let's go! Alrighty, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Here's the real question. Should I, in every stream I do, every time the Pittsburgh Steelers score a touchdown, when my fan's going on 5, level 2 or whatnot, speed, should I fan the football every time? That's a question we got to find out. But welcome back, guys. You know what? Look, I don't mean to pat myself on the back too much, but this sounds weird, but watching the intro does excite me to do more, live streams. Like, I'm pretty keen. We're 86 days away from kickoff, where it's Detroit Lions versus Chiefs. We're back at preseason football in a few months' time. Mini camp started today, so we're going to talk about that. You know what's funny? I did my title the other day. Can the Pittsburgh Steelers win the AFC North? I was meant to have a guest on today, but they're coming on tomorrow. So I got another bloke who covers the NFL and covers is a Steelers fan. So he's coming on tomorrow. Another YouTuber that I've linked up with, so that should be quite exciting. And we were going to talk about the AFC North. So we'll see how much we do talk about the AFC North. But this is like an open show. You guys know how it runs. Half the time I'm not even prepared. I woke up like 45 minutes ago, and I'm like, I have an idea to get up at 7. And then I sleep in again. And then here we are at 9:35 where I'm half awake. But I'm really excited for the season, man. It's the first day of minicamp. Pretty pumped up. But let's do the roster. Let's do the roll call. See who's in there. Get the show cracking and move forward. Who's in here today? Jed, what's going on, mate? How are you? G'day, Edit. We have G'day, Rod. What's going on, mate? Pittsburgh Todd. When do you think the last time that those 3 words had been together? Maybe the first time. Is that the first time that those 3 words have been together? Holy dooly yins. I don't know if those words have ever been together in the same order. Which is quite funny as well. You know, also too, I should have shown you guys this photo, but the guest who I had on last week was Nick, the other Australian bloke. He lives down in Melbourne, and there's actually a beer. There's a beer called Holy Dooly. So I might try and reach out to them. Maybe I'll get some cans sent my way for the season. I can drink some Holy Dooly beer. It is a pale ale though. I'm not really a fan of pale ales, but I wouldn't mind sending it up from Melbourne, getting it delivered or whatnot, and see if I can have some beer, some Holy Dooly beer. G'day, Miss On Holly. What's going on? Yes, we'll talk about that soon. Yeah. I reckon they can, man. I reckon this year, out of all the years, where the Steelers are sitting right now in the AFC North, I think the Browns and Ravens are going to fight for 4th, and I think the Steelers and Bengals are going to fight for 1st. I reckon anyway. Alrighty. Yeah, to me, it's between the Steelers and Bengals. I think anyway. I don't think the Browns have a shot, nor do I think the Ravens have a shot. But we'll go through some ideas of that. To me, it's Kenny Pickett versus Joe Burrow. I don't see the other guys. Look, the Ravens are a good team, but I think that can Lamar Jackson stay healthy? Lamar Jackson stays healthy, they have a chance to win it. But if they don't, they don't. Who else we got? G'day, George. What's going on, mate? Excuse me. Get up at 4 a.m. Nah, it's just no purpose. What's the purpose? 4 a.m. I'm straight back to bed. Fair enough. G'day, Yoda. What's going on? I reckon they can, man. I reckon they can. G'day, Jen. Also, shout out to Jen as well. Jen again. I saw your comment on Patrick Peterson's and B-Mac's show, and that's where I kind of want to start to with today. If you guys haven't checked out Patrick Peterson, Troy, and B-Mac, it's one of the best podcasts I think I've seen all year. I got to go back and watch it again. I don't remember all of it, but I do just like the brotherhood that exists there. That it's B-Mac's relationship with Troy, and even Ike Taylor too. I watched him today with Mark Bergen. And like I spoke about yesterday, I like how we have the opportunity and chance as Steeler fans, we get all this access. I love it, man. Like go back and watch B-Mac talking to Troy and to Patrick P. It's one of the best podcasts because it's how real they are. It's none of this stuff about the media with a lot of sites out there now and a lot of YouTube channels out there that they clickbait you. They, they try and entice you certain ways to think certain directions. They will give you negative spin on something that doesn't even exist, which I'm going to talk about too, by the way, which is the middle linebacker position, which doesn't make sense to me. There's ideas now that, and Mark Robinson, they're saying that I'll have to find it for you guys, but I don't agree with it. Anyways, go check it out. Who else we got? Oh, 100% too, man. Yes, 100%. That was my second topic I was going to bring up too. I did a video on it yesterday, right? And it's still, yeah. For me, you don't meet these blokes, right? I don't know him from a bar of soap, but when I was, growing up, or even the last few years when I was in Canada, he was always there on the radio. Pre-game, post-game, after a loss, after a win, it was Stan Savran. You clicked the button, Steelers app, you click Steelers radio, you heard Stan, you heard Charlie talking back and forth. He reminded me of the old school radio, like the old school radio. And yeah, 100%, rest in peace to Stan, man. It's very unfortunate. It's a part of life, very unfortunate. But he was a standout guy for Pittsburgh. They called him the Godfather of Pittsburgh. I want to bring something up too. Oh, did I delete it? Oh, I deleted it. Hang on. Let me see if I can bring it up. I brought it up yesterday. I thought Missy had a really good quote, Missy Matthews, which I'm pretty high on too. I like Missy Matthews too. I think she does a fantastic job in Steelers Mania as well. Missy says this, right? When I was an intern at FSN Pittsburgh, I was so nervous to run the teleprompter. Stan told me not to worry because he didn't use it anyways. He was just having a conversation with his audience. And that's what I love, because that's all it is. That's all it is. And that's what I try and do here as well. Like, just have a conversation with you guys, talking football. You don't need to be too fancy. You honestly don't need to put on an accent, put on the theatrics too much. But you just have a conversation with the audience. And I feel like that Stan did that to a T. To impact me this far from USA to Australia, to even the days when I listened to Tunch and Wolf when I was growing up, man, I would just listen and just lay in my bed or just sit there and just listen and just be like in awe of like what they were talking about was just great Steelers content. That's why I think we're so lucky in this realm, and things like that is like a cool, calm-headed approach. Stan just saying to a nervous intern, being Missy, saying it's fine. I don't look at it. I just have a conversation with the audience. And that's what I think we should do. Don't worry too much. Look, do you want to see my planning? It's probably why this show is a bit like this. Here's my planning. Right? That's my planning for the show. Troy, Savran, Mike T, Mark Robinson, Grady Brown, DJ Surprise, Jones Ciamalo, Cam Locked In, AFC North. That is how far my planning goes, because I get so excited just wanting to talk, and like I write notes down. Then I get bored. I get bored like writing the note. I know I probably should, but I like that. I think that's fantastic. That it shows a high character guy like what Stan was, and just having a conversation with the audience. And I think that's fantastic. I really do. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways I took out of it, from his passing yesterday. So yeah, that was my run sheet. So we talked about Troy, Savran. Now it's on to Mike T. I got some ideas on Mike T as well. But yeah. G'day, Pepper. What's going on? Oh, yeah, big time. Oh, you've met him. Oh my goodness. Rod, let me know. How was he? Was he a nice guy? What did you talk about? Did you discuss Steelers? Did you discuss life? Let me know how he was. That's fantastic. Yes, I agree 100%. Yep. They're so fun, man. Patrick Peterson, he already feels like a Steeler, and if we can win one for him in his last 2 years, and Cameron Haywood and guys like that, we'd be over the moon. Toddy says, I enjoyed the podcast. Yeah. That's it, man. And when Brian McFadden, like, he 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 put his emotions out there and just broke down, but he's just telling you how it is. That when he got injured, 2 injuries in a row, and he still wanted to be a part of the team. And Troy's Troy. You know what's funny about Troy? You never see Troy be any ego, nothing. Every time they say they try to get Troy to do 5 top plays, right? 5 top plays. And when he did that, he named plays that other people did. You know what I mean? Like he named plays that he took out a certain block, or he got in a certain way of a quarterback, or he lead block on an interception and took it back to the house, stuff like that. Those were his favorite plays. It wasn't the individual performance from Troy to say I'm the best. It was, no, I took away this block, which meant James Debo Harrison off the edge came around the edge and sacked Flacco for the fumble. You have to love that stuff. You really do. As a person and player, Troy was one of the best to say, you know what? He could have chosen the tackle on Chris Johnson. He could have chosen when he tackled someone with his arms behind his back. He could have chosen the countless times he ran through the middle of the field and sacked the quarterback before even the quarterback knew he was going to snap the ball. He could have chosen any of that stuff. He could have chosen the interception that was San Diego, and he may have. I can't remember what exactly he did, but a few times, he could have had those ideas in there, but he didn't. He went and chose the teammates and what impacted the teammates for them to succeed. That's why the 2-8 defense was an absolute unreal defense. And I've got rid of that side too, but that was unreal defense, right? So he was selfless. He didn't care. He did everything for the team, which was fantastic. Whew, hooly dooly. George says, I literally just watched 2008 game where Troy said he took the tackle and yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. I love that stuff, man. I have to go back and watch that. So Troy took the tackle and the Debo came around the side, bang. Was that versus the Chargers? It might have been 11-10. Okay. Who's the heart of Pittsburgh? I don't know. There's quite a few actually. There's quite a few players, coaches, personalities. I think Franco Harris was up there when he passed away. That was pretty, crazy. But like Rod says too, Tunch is it. Yes, Tunch is one of the first blokes I think I've listened to on the radio that I just sat there in awe. Like you felt like that Tunch. This sounds kind of crazy, but you felt like Tunch was going to be there every day. Do you know what I mean? Every time you turn on Steelers radio, you heard the football in the background, the OTAs and mini camps, and he would be there. He would be there this year. So who is the heart of Pittsburgh? It's, you know what? It's a collective of things. It's the fans. It's It's even parts of me doing this stuff. It's Franco Harris. It's Jerome Bettis. It's Hines Ward. It's it's Coach Tomlin, Bill Cowher, Mean Joe, all these guys, Mel Blunt. There's that many different hearts there. And you go back to Chuck Knoll too. I'm forgetting a lot of names, but you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there that is the heart of Pittsburgh. So, and that's why we love it, man. The actual city is so fun and fantastic. But Tunch was up there for sure. G'day, Pepper. What's going on? Yeah, there you go. He did it all, didn't he? He did it all. He did everything. He did everything that I know of. All right. Okay. Trying to kill last. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that too. I like that. You know why I like that? Because I remember in when I was listening to him on the radio, that callers would call in, and if they wasted Stan's time, he would either have a go at them or he would hang up on them. Or if they had a certain take where he didn't agree with their take, say if he said this player was terrible, this player was bad, he went, you know what? No. How about you think about this? That player wasn't that bad, and you're an idiot. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I like that too. You got that sense as well. That's the one. Let's. He tackled him backwards. He turned around and was like, "Okay, whoa, yeah, man. That's the one." I love that. I love that. Me too. Oh, it is getting close. You know what? Like I said, I'll be going away for about a week or so's break. This will be the last week of content. Next Monday will be one of the last live shows. I'll go away for like, g'day, Najee. I'll go away for about 10, 11, 12 days. See what happens. I'll come back. We'll come back with fire. Come back with fire. G'day, Mike. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So next one. Speaking of Mike T, I wanted to bring this up too because I saw. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, there's so many. There's so many people like that. That's why we love our team. Okay, I wanted to bring this up too. So I found this really funny quote this morning. Right. So this is retweeted by me, I guess, and Hannah. She's a Steelers fan on the internet. I don't know who she is, but she's kind of cool. She says this. So Mike Tomlin was doing an interview today, right? The minicamp interviews and whatnot, and he was asked about. I think this is why I love Tomlin. Look, if you don't like his coaching or you do, I just like the way I like his mannerisms. I think he's an excellent human. Anyways, he said so. He said in the press conference, everyone was here. I anticipated being here. Tomlin said, I gave a couple of guys an excused absence for a variety of reasons. TJ wasn't here. Ryan McCollum wasn't here. I'm sure you guys miss TJ, but I'm sure none of you miss Ryan McCollum. Isn't that great? I thought that was fantastic. That's really taking the piss at the media and saying, you're so worried about TJ Watt not being here, but why aren't you worried about backup center? I think he's a backup center, Ryan McCollum. Is he? Is that the bloke? Yeah, yeah. Backup center, Ryan McCollum. So I found that really funny. That's why I think Tomlin is such a good bloke. He's so smart with his words and very, very intelligent how he puts things together. I just thought that was really awesome. Sorry. Ryan McCollum wasn't here. I'm sure you guys miss TJ. However, I'm sure none of you miss Ryan McCollum. But also, it shows you in a good reality too that Tomlin knows his team. He understands that look, even though he's giving a slight dig at Ryan, he's also giving him a compliment too at the same time. You know, why don't you miss this guy? Because he actually is acknowledging the player that is Ryan on the field, right? So I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was funny. He's a beezer. What's a beezer? I don't know what a beezer is. Man, I'm effing working. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, I just thought I'd take off, 10, 11 days. Do you know what the real reason I'm doing it? I just want to just turn the computer off for a bit, refresh, and come back. It should be all kinds of fun. And I decided from I think 21st, and we'll go from there. I'm not like leaving the country, not going on holiday, nothing like that. Just refreshing, man. Just a nice refresh. Come back with fire. In July, we're going to be on fire because, I don't think he is. Oh, BSer? Nah, I don't see that. That's what I said, man. I don't see that. I'm not getting involved today. I'm not getting involved in the Mike Tomlin is good or bad conversation. You know what? It doesn't matter. You know why? Because the Rooney's like him. Anyways, so yeah, I'll be going away next few weeks. I just thought that was really funny, man. I thought Mike Tomlin's response to that was awesome. Now, some other news too. We have Nick Farabaugh. I think he's a Steelers dude that does some I don't know, journalism work. Apparently, they're hosting the two inside linebackers. Now, I can't pronounce that dude's name. Former Bears linebacker Nick Kowalski. Kiwakowski. And Panthers inside linebacker Jermaine Carter, right? So that's a me. Look, guys, that's kind of fine. Middle linebacker. They're still trying to figure things out. I think Holcomb's going to start. I think Orlando Robinson will start. Now, there was conversation too about Mark Robinson, how Terrell Austin thinks that next year, this year he won't be starting, but next year could be a possibility. Now, I did see, I think, in the internet lands that people were upset or pissed off about that. And I was like, why are you annoyed about Mark Robinson not starting? Just because he doesn't start, that doesn't mean he won't have an impactful season. Let's put it that, right? So I did see a few articles on this. Apparently, he's a journalist too. So there was one article I saw on this, and I was like, it doesn't matter. If he doesn't start, that's fine. Oh, that's right. I saw it from SteelersNation.com. Steelers to Austin with some seriously demoralizing news about Mark Robinson. It's not demoralizing. It's just a fact. Like, you've got two starters in front of him. Mark Robinson will probably be that third guy, maybe fourth guy, depending who they bring in. It's because this roster ain't changed yet, right? It's not that bad that it doesn't start this year. It's okay. So don't freak out, Steeler Nation. To me, that's fine. Right? I just don't understand that. Alrighty. Oh yeah. I was doing that last year. You know what? I was doing that last year, but I gave up because the more I did that, the more hate I got. So I was like, I'm not even going to bother anymore. I'm not even going to bother. Yes. Could you imagine if we won a blowout Super Bowl? Could you imagine? Like, imagine we got that far, and the Steelers won. Like, who could we verse to do that? Like, not Packers. Who would they verse to do? Who's like maybe Steelers versus Philadelphia Eagles? I don't know. Yeah. I'm just not. Yeah. Okay. This episode, I'm not going to go on that debate because sometimes I go on that debate and I just go back and forth the whole time. Maybe another episode into the after the break, I'll go into the debate. I don't care anymore. I just thought it was cool. I thought Tom was great. G'day, Yuli. What's going on? I thought the actual conversation was funny. That he was like, I'm sure none of you missed Ryan McCollum, right? So we had those blokes come in too. Two middle linebackers. But to me, honestly, so there is the talk about, Mark Robinson should be starter. I don't think he should be starter. I think he should be come in there and play reps and play behind those fellas and do the same thing that he kind of like worked himself into the Browns game and Ravens game. If they, you're going to go with Holcomb. I think you're going to go with Roberts, but it all depends what the Steelers do. I don't think the 90-man roster is set right now. The 90-man roster being set that you're going to have everyone the exact same. I think they're going to still be some pieces moving. So Terrell Austin saying, you know what, he's not ready just yet. That's fine. That should make Mark Robinson fire up. I still think as well, he's going to be a breakout player. I really do. I think he's going to be a breakout player. And when I say breakout, he could get 5 sacks, 6 sacks, 7 sacks, maybe 2 interceptions, tackles for loss, and still not be a starter, but still have a quite impactful, role on the team. He doesn't to be impactful. He doesn't need to start. That's the way I'm going to put it. So I saw that. You know what, the media has been on one this offseason. The media has been on one more than normal. Steelers to Ralston, demoralizing news. It's not demoralizing. The media has been on one more than normal, and it just gets to you. All right. G'day, Dante. What's going on, mate? G'day, Yuli. Yuli's in here too. G'day, Yuli. Yes, I did. Tom Grossi was awesome. Go back and watch that. It gives you a nice glimpse, nice views of Pittsburgh. They go to the stadium. They go to the Hall of Honor. They walk around the fountain, stuff like that, man. There's a lot of fun. It's awesome. Now, okay, so where are we? Hang on. So in my notes here, we're about here. We're about here, right? Okay, so next one, Grady Brown. I wanted to talk about yeah, that's cool, isn't it? And they gave him like I think they gave him a jersey, and they let him run around the stadium. It's good to see. Tom Ross, he's definitely up there doing some cool things. So on my list here, I want to talk about Grady Brown. I saw the interview with Austin, Carl Dunbar. He was fantastic too, by the way. I've got a quote I want to show him from Carl Dunbar. But Grady Brown has got these corners and secondary checked in, I reckon. He was asked about the avatars. It's bad. I know it's bad. Look at it. It's so bad. Can you see that? I'm better off not even writing. Can you guys see? Yeah, I know. Don't you worry. It's been like that for yonks. I don't think I ever should have got my pen license when I was little, right? But yes. Oh yeah, it was cool, man. It was real cool. But yeah, I listened to Grady Brown this morning, and he talked about the two new corners being JPJ and Trice Jr. as well. That was kind of fun to see. Uh, I know. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. I can't change. I can't change it now. I think like when I'm doing writing, right? I think I almost write and then I just give up. I just start writing like, yeah, and then I just give up. But aren't we lucky we have? Maybe I should type out my pre notes. But like I said, I don't really use notes. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, Grady Brown was talking about the cornerbacks, the young fellas in Corey and JPJ. It was kind of cool to see, and how that like impact of youth is fantastic for the team too. So I thought that was kind of fun. But another thing I want to bring up too. G'day, Goat. What's going on? G'day, Pete. How are you, mate? All right, another thing I want to bring up. In about 4 minutes time, we'll take a quick break. What was this? I saw this one too, right? I saw this. I saw some funny quotes today, man. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Okay, yeah. So this is by Alex Kazora. Hey, everybody. Right? if you ever see no shit on Alex, but if you ever see his video, he's like, "Hey, everybody, Alex Kazora here." So I like this. Carl Dunbar says the value of having a good nose tackle. He says, I used to have a coach who used to tell me that big guys are like pretty women. Everybody wants one, but there's not a lot of them out there. You know what? That's very true. Does that mean Carl Dunbar's now blocked? Is he cancelled? Are we gonna cancel Carl Dunbar for that? I thought that was kind of funny as well. And also, even if there is a lot of pretty women out there, they choose you. You don't choose them. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But we have, I think Fahoko might start. I think Fahoko starts with the other bloke Benton behind him. So, anyways, let's go on a break. I need a bit of water. You guys are fantastic as always. Okay, let me get a break in here, and then we'll talk about the North when I get back. I see what I'm saying. I didn't even talk about the North in the first segment, which makes no sense. So let's do a break, and I'll talk about the North in a minute.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? Studs everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. And I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's an art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football. We love football. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to represent.
Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys are happy to be here too. I love that soundbite. It's still one of my favorite sound bites. I think of the whole off season. I think it's one of my favorite ones. I'm happy to be here. I think he's just actually a good bloke, which is fantastic. Oh, excuse me. And ending what? Should I spin the wheel? I don't know what you guys are talking about. What's that? What is that? Pescado? Pescado. No idea what that even means. Is that a fish? Pescado. No idea. Should I Google that? Is that worth Googling? Okay, let's Google it. Fish's food? What? Is that like Italian? Or is that like Spanish? There you go. Fish on the plate. Fish in the market. All right. Spanish. You know what? I was gonna actually. What's funny is, man, I was gonna do a video. I think I was gonna call, and I still might do it. I gotta be really hyped up though. Maybe I have to get like I don't know, shoot something or do some, I don't know, have some beers. But I was gonna call a video. The Pittsburgh Steelers ain't nothing to. I can't say it because the YouTube really sucks. The minute you start swearing and the video doesn't go anywhere. You get, things happen to you. It sucks. You get demonetized. But I was gonna write a video called the Pittsburgh Steelers ain't nothing to mess with. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna do that because it does feel like that. It does feel like that kind of mentality right now. the Pittsburgh Steelers ain't nothing to mess with. You know what I'm saying? The Pittsburgh Steelers ain't nothing to mess with. And just get everyone hyped up. Oh man, I'm like the widest guy alive. I can't rap at all. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Pittsburgh Steelers ain't nothing to mess with. I reckon that'd be fun. Do I do a parody? I don't know if I should. Anyways, let's talk about the AFC North. The AFC North, man, I think we can win it. We have an easier schedule. There's not a game on the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule that we can't win, if I put it that way. I don't think there's one there that they can't win. I feel like they can win them all. I feel like in the division, you can. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure stuff out. Because you know what? After a lot of times I do these streams, the thing gets copyrighted and like demonetized and that kind of stuff. You know, that kind of stuff. Even though I don't make too many money off the ads or whatnot, but it's still the more swearing you do, the more stuff like that, then YouTube goes, oh, I won't share it to anyone. And I'm trying to grow the brand as best I can. So you can't swear as much. But I'll say that. And then in the season, I'll start like watching the TV games and I'll be off my rocker. But I think, yeah, with the AFC North, I feel like they got a chance. I think it's going to be between the Steelers and Bengals, because I think the Ravens and Browns will fight each other. But I just feel like the Steelers have an easier schedule. If they can go 4-2 in the division, maybe 5-1. If they can split with the Bengals, go 1-1. Let's say they go 1-1, right, in the Bengals. Then if they can sweep the Browns, they should be able to sweep the Browns. I think they can beat them. I don't see them beating us, but if that happens, I know they're going to be hard games, but if they can sweep them, that's 2 more victories. Then if you get lucky enough to sweep the Ravens, then you're 5-1. But if you don't, you're 4-2. I think that gives a good head start. And then you go to the schedule, and I think I still think that. I'm sticking with that. You know what I'm saying? I think that the Ravens will come, and I know they got Lamar. I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to play as the long season. He's going to get hurt. They're going to play someone else, and they're not going to win games. I just see that. I just see that the Cincinnati Bengals can beat them. The Browns always fight them pretty hard. Lamar Jackson has to, for the Ravens to win the division, in my opinion, they have to have Lamar Jackson like throughout the whole time. They need Lamar Jackson to be there for 15 games. They can't do it. So to me, it's going to be Browns and Ravens are going to fight for the 4th spot, and I think Steelers are going to be up there with the Bengals. So, I didn't see that. See, this is why Jen's on the breaking news. Does anyone know which quarterback Nick Herbig hit during the ATA? He's got yelled at by Tomlin to cool it. Oh, really? So he went too hard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Hopefully it was Mitch. No, I'm joking. Hopefully it was Mitch. But yeah, I don't know. If you look at the schedule, the Steelers have a pretty good schedule. I think we can win every game. Do I still have it? I think I might get rid of it. I'm getting rid of all my good pitchers. Here it is. Yeah, they got a good schedule. They can beat all these teams. These teams are all 50-50 in my opinion. You can beat the Cardinals at home. You can beat Packers, Jags. You're facing 2 rookie quarterbacks away. You know, you're facing the Raiders, which is a harder game, but still, I think they can win these games and they have a chance to go 11 or 12 wins. It really depends. And also, I asked if you guys listen to Let's Ride on Behind the Steel Curtain, I asked Jeff Hartman this question. I asked him, how many wins do you think that the AFC North needs to have for the Steelers to, have a chance at winning? So what team and how many wins do you have the AFC North having? I reckon it's around in this year. I think it's around 12. I think 12 wins it. I don't think the Bengals are going to go 13, 14 wins. I don't think that caliber of a team. I think getting to 12 wins it. So if the Steelers are around 11 wins, it might come down to the last 2 weeks for a chance to win the North. And I think the Ravens and that are out of it. All right. 100%. He's still 1-3. He's one. Yeah, is that right? Is that what he says? Rather, I don't know what his quote. I can't remember what his quote was. Thomas got a quote about that. Rather say, I can't remember his quote, but you guys all know the quote that don't pull him back. I have no idea what he says. In the voice of Tree, Steelers going Super Bowl. Yeah, man. Look, this year is a better chance than last year. I tell you that. Young Kenny Pickett. Najee Harris and Warren, I think they're going off. I think the improved O-line. I saw also, jumping a few segments, I saw Jones and Cia Marlowe take on a blocking scheme when Brian Boldinger broke it down. That was fantastic. I saw DJ. I think DJ, that's it. Rather woe than sick him. Yeah, that's the one. Right. I saw DJ today. I think DJ is going to surprise people. I know he had no TDs last year. I get that. But I see his route running. I see his feet. I see the way he's working out in the individual drills. He looks checked in. I think DJ, I'm not saying he's going to have 1,500 yards, but I think he'll have like near 1,000 yards, maybe 850, a few TDs. You have to get DJ involved in this plan for it to work. The Steelers should have more points too. So Pickens, Robinson, DJ, the trio there should work out. You feature in Haywood, you feature in Muth and everyone else. This team should score more points. The Matt Canada offense, they should be scoring more than 18 points a game. They should be hopefully averaging after the very end of the year. It should be around 23 to 24 points per game. That's where it should be. At least 3 TDs and a field goal per game. That you might see a game where they score 35, and in other games you might see them score like 7 or something, or 10. But I reckon around that notion of 23 points per game, and that's what they need. They got to beat the Bengals and chance. So yeah. Oh, you know what I was going to do, but I forgot. So we'll just do. Okay. Do you guys think that the Steelers can win the North? Type yes or something like that, or yes or no. Hit Y for yes. I was going to put a poll out there. Maybe I still can. Let me put a poll. Because I want to get the feedback. So yes, let's do Steelers win the North. Okay, is that right? And go hit Y. Yeah, no, I agree too. I agree. I'm going to give him a fresh start, though. I'm giving Canada a fresh start. I really am. I'm giving a fresh start. I am. Pepper says 1. Is that why? Why? Yes. So I did the poll there too. Maybe is the poll up there? Yes. Okay. Shoot. Isn't that crazy how quick that works? That you put a poll up there like that, and I get 8 votes right away. So far we got 88% for yes. I agree with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the biggest threat, and you're exactly right, Toddy. The biggest threat I think for the Steelers right now is the Bengals. They're a very talented side. They got better on the offensive line. They got the 3 receivers that you just can't stop. You've got Joe Burrow, who is a really good quarterback. He's up there for sure. He's checked in. He's fired up. So that's the 1-2 idea there is the Steelers. Can they get in front of the Bengals? But I think the Bengals, I believe it's like they're going to win. If they win it this year, they're like, I think they've won the division 3 times in a row. I think that might be the first time in history. Let me see. So, I think no one's ever won it 3 times in a row. I could be wrong. The Browns have never won it. Right? Browns have never won the division, the AFC North division, ever. Why does it go back all the way to there? It goes back all the way to the 19. So Pittsburgh Steelers have 20 championships. Cleveland Browns have 9, but that was back in the day. Cincinnati Bengals have 8. Baltimore Ravens have 4. Is that right? It doesn't seem right. No, that doesn't seem right. That's probably a bad site. Whatever site that was bad. I'm just trying to see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so what? Yeah, the AFC North I'm going to focus on, right? So in the AFC North, the Cincinnati Bengals have won 2 in a row. They won 21 in 2022. Before that, the Steelers won 2016, 2017. In Baltimore won 2018 to 2019. So I don't think any team has ever in the AFC North since 2002 has won it 3 times in a row. So check that out. In 2002, Steelers won it. First one, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Steelers, Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Steelers, Steelers, Ravens, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Bengals. That's the whole list. And what's one theme? No Browns. Browns have never won the AFC North in 20 years at all. But at the same time, the Bengals are on a mission now that they're trying to be the first. That sucks. Oh, that hurts me. They're trying to be the first team. First team. Where is it? First team in the AFC North to win 3 in a row. That hurts my little soul. 100%. 100%. Yeah, they ain't doing nothing. They'll win about 7 games, maybe 6. G'day, Darkstorm. What's going on? Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, and maybe that's the reason why they got some players like Peterson. They got a healthy TJ Watt is fantastic. Yeah, yeah. You saw that one? Yeah, man. That was awesome. 20,000 days. I think it's now 20,004 days since they had their very first game, and they've never won a Super Bowl. So that was fantastic too. G'day, Brian Brown. What's going on, mate? How are you? Holy dooly. Now that's consistently bad. G'day, Josh. What's going on, mate? Alrighty. What? Trey Parker and Matt Stone wrote a very good Oscar-nominated song about why they... Did they really? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, Canada. I love South Park, man. South Park is up there for me. I love it. I love South Park. I just got that. It took me a while to figure that out. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they went to the I think the Oscars from that nominated song, High on LSD, and they wore dresses back in like 2000 and something. That was crazy. Yeah, they're such a funny duo. They've worked so hard to get their brand out there, and South Park is one of the biggest brands you'd ever think of. It's such a funny show. I love South Park, man. South Park has tackled so many issues because they don't just pick on one person. They pick on everyone. They don't like anyone. They pick on Tom Cruise, anyone. Tom Cruise come out of the closet, anyone. They pick on religion. They pick on everything. It's so funny. Oh, not at all. Not at all. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not. No. They will sign players after minicamp, before training camp. They are not done just yet. So, yeah, they aren't done. But that's interesting, guys, that the AFC North, that the Cincinnati Bengals have won 2 in a row, and no team in the AFC North because, well, the Browns have. The Browns have never. That's so crazy. The Browns have never won one. The Browns have never won one since 2002. I think how much life has changed, right? How much life has changed from 2002 to now 21 years ago that they came into the AFC North was created from when the new teams came in and stuff like that. The last time, hang on, the last time the Browns won the division was 1989. That's so funny. That's like me. That's my age. That's 33 years old. 33 years ago. The last time the Browns won a division, the Cleveland Browns, they won their division in 1989. Oh, you can't write any better jokes, can you? You just can't. The last time they won the division back to back, which was AFC Central, was 1985 to 1986. They won the division. They won the division 8-8. So we must have been pretty bad then. If we won they won the division 19. Wait a minute. They won the division, Central Division 1985, 8-8. So the Steelers must have been. Shoot, let me find that out. That's crazy. Oh, that's so bad. The AFC Central in 1985, the Cleveland Browns won their division 8-8, right? And they all. I have to share this. Hang on. Holy dooly, man. I have to show you this. This is like, these are the kind of stats I love. Let me show you this. This is, if I be very quick on the old editing program software system, which is me. That's funny. Alrighty, this is the stats I love. So like what, 20 something years ago, and one of the divisions they won in a, that must have been a really, if anyone remembers the 1985 season, let me know, because they must have had something real bad times. Okay, here we go. I got it. Oh man, we're having some fun today. Check this one out. This is just incredible. So 1985, the division was that bad, AFC Central. And I'll get rid of this comment. Thank you, Josh, mate. Check this out. The division was that bad that Cleveland won the division 8-8. Cincinnati Bengals 7-9. Steelers 7-9. Houston Oilers 5-11. But you know the best stat, the funniest stat I find about this streak at the very end. Every single team lost. So they mustn't have played the division. They didn't have the way you play the division game. So Cleveland Browns lost, Bengals lost 2, and we lost 1. That's bad. Excuse me, that's really bad. Anyways, I'll take one more break, guys, for a 30-second happy to be here video. And also I gotta make better videos. I gotta make some better breaks, some better ideas too. In my little break, my days away, I'm gonna make some better videos for some better content, not just getting happy to be here. But I'll be back in where is it?
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? It's everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. And I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's an art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football. We love football. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to represent.
Alrighty, guys. So I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to represent as well. Hang on. My goodness. Wait a minute. As I was talking, I had a bit of fluff in my mouth. So any questions, shoot them away. It's been a great episode. I think the Steelers can win the North, to be honest. I think they can. The real factor is Joe Burrow, the Bengals, they're going to be in our way. They're going for 3. Steelers play competitive, good football. It's an easier schedule. They run the rock. Kenny Pickett has a good season, breakout season, ready to take over the team. Defense stays healthy and shows up. I think they can win this division. They can. The Ravens, I think they can win the division if Lamar stays healthy. If he doesn't stay healthy, their team might fall apart. I don't believe OBJ is a threat. I don't really believe the Ravens are that good of a team. The Browns, they're not going to win it. Not going to happen. So to me, I think they can win it. Jeremiah Yoda says, with the team sending in the Bungles way, AFC North in 20. I think so. The more you think about it, if the team, look, of course, we need the actual players to go play football. Once the offseason is over, we can see preseason games. We can actually see regular season games. We'll be out to see, will this team be able to compete? That's what we're waiting for. We're going through the stages now. Mini camp, next 3 days. After that, you've got training camp. Then that's going to be awesome. I don't know when the preseason starts because that's like, hang on. When's that? I'm keen to see football. Preseason. People are saying preseason. I'm like, nah, man, I'm keen. When's that first game? Ooh, 12th of August? Far out. So 12th of August is Steelers versus Buccaneers. I think at home. Is it home or away? Away, sorry. Buccaneers versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Preseason game, 12th of August or 11th of August, my 9 a.m. I will be right here. Look it up. I will be freaking ready, man. I don't even care if it's preseason. I want to see these players play. I want to see them play. Yep. G'day. Yeah, I did. Great episode. It was good. It was good to see Tom, raising the money. Also good to see. I love seeing. You know what? I love it because I've only been there 3 times. I've only been to Pittsburgh 3 times. I think I've been to Pittsburgh, 23 days in total. So it's always good to see my city and say, yeah, man, that's my city. any international fan getting glimpse of it, it was kind of cool. So yeah, it was kind of cool seeing all the Steeler Nation show up. So I'm going to try and get back there if I can next year in 2024. We'll try a massive push to get there. It'll be fantastic. Yeah, here we go. Brian Brunson, the Steelers win the North. Bengals can just go ahead and kiss it. Joe Burrow can kiss it. Right? I write that. Josh says, can the Steelers secondary stop the Bengals? I think so. I think, look, secondary is going to be fine to me. I think as long as a pass rush is there. We saw it last year too with the pass rush. They got to Watson, right? The Browns line stood no chance of the pass rush. And if TJ Watt's healthy, along with Highsmith, even Mike Tomlin called, I think, Alex Highsmith today. He called him an elite Robin, like Batman and Robin. He called him an elite Robin. So Highsmith knows his place. He knows he's 1 and 2, but he still starts. He's the 1-2 punch that is Highsmith and TJ. Mink is there, the veteran guy. Peterson's I think he's going to really go off too. I think Keanu Neal's going to go off. He's physical. This defense comes together, and they come together as a brotherhood and start talking, communicating, and playing for one another. I think we can see something special. But these things take time to grow the chemistry, and that's why the mini camps are exciting. That's why the training camps, all that kind of stuff is really exciting. You have to grow the chemistry together. So I think they can. I think they can. Yes, I think they can. I think they can stop. They're not. No one's unbeatable in the game of football. No one's unbeatable. George says, "Do you think that they're using Chase for leverage?" Possibly. The reports came from Jeff Hartman from behind the steel curtain, who he knows a source, and the source says they were high on Chase Young. So there could be a possibility. Maybe they're saying, "Hey, Highsmith, if you ask too much money, then we're going to bring in Chase Young." Could be a possibility. At the end of the day, it's all business, right? It's all business. So I'm happy with Highsmith. I think he can be a standout if you sign him up for an extension. Bring in Chase Young. I'm happy for that too. I like what they're doing on the defensive line. Jeremiah is booking it. We're going to win the North. Man, you know what too? If you're a betting man, I don't encourage betting, but if you are, you like to put a few green. You guys have what dollar bills are green, right? Green dollar bills. What I say like that? If you want to put some coins, some green on it, then yeah, they're pretty high. They're pretty high. I would too. My friend bought some clothing store. What? My friend brought some clothing and the store gave them a box of matches. Matches? What? Why would they give a box of matches? Yuli, let me figure this one out. My friend bought some clothing and the store gave them a box of matches as a weird add-on thing to give out with the clothing. Why would you give matches? I don't know. Did the matches have their logo on it? Would that be it? Yeah, I do see you say that a lot. I'll be honest, man. I do see you say that a lot. Joe Burrow can kiss it. I do see you say a lot. I'm just not a fan of his new headband. G'day Steelers, what's up? Says here, not only will the Pittsburgh Steelers take, yeah, there's a big chance, man. They can win it. They can take it back. So Cincinnati Bengals have won what? 3. What do you do it? They've won 3 in a row. So we're calling it too. Are we that hyped up? We're calling it, man. Are we that hyped up? We're calling it going to be Super Bowl. I think if everything plays out the right way with the run game and just if everything plays out the right way, they have a chance. I think this team is more fresher than they were last year and the year before. Like I love Big Ben, but things started to seem a bit stale near the end, right? This feels a lot more fresh, like feels more vibrant. Camp feels more alive. Kenny Pickett's more confident, that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah, it could be Josh too. Could be. I think they've got a plan. I don't think this roster is set right now. They've got a plan. You never know. I could end it right now. No, I'm waiting for questions. A few more questions, and I'm going to end it. You just never know with this stream, mate. It could go 1 hour. It could go 24 hours, right? But also tomorrow, guys, actually speaking of 24 hours, I have a guest coming on tomorrow. A bloke who does a YouTube channel called 24 Hour Sports, and he's a Steelers fan. I found him just randomly. So we're gonna go talk sports tomorrow. I'm gonna find out his story and what he thinks about the Steelers too. He's a good bloke too. So yeah, if you type in 24 hours sports, you'll get his channel. He's coming on tomorrow. Do you think Steelers win the North? I think they can. I don't know. I don't know if they can. Thanks, Rod, mate. Catch you later, man. See you later. I don't know if they. I just think right now it's going to be 1-2. I think Bengals are probably the team to beat. I think the Ravens will stuff up. I think Browns are the Browns, and I think that, yeah. I just think the Steelers can if things go their way. G'day 46. What's going on? Yeah, it's been going hours. That's all right. Yeah, I heard that too. There's ideas about that too. There's ideas about Isaiah being the middle linebacker too. What are the Steelers ceiling? Well, probably like, to me, if you're saying ceiling, I'd probably say like maybe 14 wins. That's pretty high. In the floor, you'd have to say 10. I think this schedule, you'd have to say 10 wins. If they don't get a wild card chance this year, I'll be pretty disappointed. Like if things go their way and how they're training and how the coaching and the players on the field, if they don't get 10 wins, I'll be pretty disappointed. I can't be too hyped up. At the same time, though, I love all the moves they've done. I love the drafting they've done. I like the way the team's developing. You go and watch Kenny Pickett throw the ball to the receivers. He looks like he's on fire. He seems very confident, very natural. If they can get 10 wins and a 7th seed or a 6th seed for a wild card, then that to me is a win. If they get that, they get 11 or 12 is even better. But I think 10 wins is probably going to be 10. I've got 11 and 6. I think I've got 11 and 6 for my schedule or my prediction. Okay. Do you think any other players, coaches on the hot seat? Not really. You know what's kind of funny? Matt Canada, I don't think he's really on the hot seat because I guess if he doesn't perform, I guess he can't get fired, but he won't get re-signed, if that makes any sense. I don't think Tomlin's on the hot seat. I don't think. Now, if he underperforms and goes like 3 wins, that would be a really weird, abnormal season. Players on the hot seat. Who do we have? Like, I don't know. Depends who's going to make the roster too. Like, I don't know if Trey Norwood or guys like that are going to make the roster. I think to me it's too early to tell. I think it's too early to tell to be on the hot seat. I think they're just going to be guys like Trey Norwood that maybe isn't getting a better role, or James Pierre if he doesn't show up, but I think he might make the team as well. Guys like that, I think, that don't perform, then next year they'll be cut and let go. You look at the way, okay, in a good example, this is a really good example. Look at the way that Benny Snell, right? Benny Snell didn't do much until like 3 or 4 years in. He had a really good year last year. Then Benny Snell's now off the team. So he wasn't really on the hot seat, but didn't perform that well in his career. And they went, you know what? There's no room for you. We're going to find someone else. 46 says Presley Harvin. Could be. That's why they bring in competition as well. Jen says, I'm not impressed with receiver coach Frisman. Why is that? Why not impressed? Let me have it. We'll dive into that too. Ooh, that's a good question. Do you think the Broncos still suck? Will they play better this year? They have to play better, right? Surely you can't do what they did with Wilson 2 years in a row. He's a good quarterback. Surely they're better than last year. So many times in pick'ems, I picked them and I was pissed off because they lost. I think I got done. I think I chose the Broncos over Cowboys and got done. Yeah, so do I. Me too. Alrighty. Okay, I think that might be it, guys. Russ needs a cook without burning his meal. Yeah, he's a funny one, isn't he? He's such a good quarterback, but at the same time, they just didn't play their offense. I think their offense was worse than ours last year. I think they were 15 15 points per game or 14 points per game, which is really bad. Really bad. All right, guys, that's it. That's the show. So tomorrow, come on tomorrow, I'll have my mate from 24 Hour Sports, and we're going to find out his story, and we're going to find out his take on the Steelers. And yeah, it should be a bit of fun. And then what's that? That's second day of mini camp. And then we have, what's that, my Wednesday, Thursday? That's your Wednesday, my Thursday. And then we're closer. We're one day closer to the season. George should have more routes instead of. Is that what he said? Right. Well, I guess it really depends. It depends on what they're gonna design. You know. Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you. So you're saying that you give them more different routes, different route concepts, and they're not doing that. Yeah, same with Deontay too, right? Yeah. Alrighty. That's it. That's a show. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks everyone for coming in and saying hello as always. And let's go with this one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time. I'll see you tomorrow.
With Lamar, you want to bring safeties down to
Wrong one.
After the next two, is he still aggressive?
Yeah, what do they call them? The con artists? I like that. I saw that, man. That's pretty good. It's a cool nickname.